Daisy, you are queen. Daisy, you are a queen because you give all of your power to everyone else. You are a being of light. You trust that you are so lovable. In fact, you know you're so lovable and that everyone will want to contribute to your thriving. So you relax. You love it. You wear a superhero cape because you're a superhero. And just like every superhero, you have a squad. A super squad. Yes, you do. It's so wonderful. Your super squad's always there for you. You are a network of brains. And all of a sudden you'll be like, hey, is anyone gonna be a DJ? And someone says, I was already turning the music on. And you start to think, I'm hungry. And someone says, look what I made, a delicious treat. Because we're a network of brains telling through time and space how to make life even more wonderful before we even know that it's gonna be time for a wonderfulness. That there's a beautiful desire, a glorious desire that we want. Sit on the ground. Get ready to move like a superhero. I like to use doorways because then you could stretch and look, watch, you could go on this side of the doorway and put your back, and on this side crawl your feet, and look, it's so comfy, it's so loving. I want to have a spine that's so decompressed and so straight. I want to have a chest that is so proud, like superhero, confident. I want my chin to be tucked down, my heart to be open, and if it's not, I will notice that there's a different rhythm and beat to my heart. I will tune into that, and I will bring a gorgeous, glorious cadence. My heart will beat more true, a gorgeous, glorious rum-tum drum in my chest. And like drummers do, it will create a beat, a beautiful harmony that all my organs get to enjoy. And the drummer, keeps the beat, ga, ga, ga. And all the organs love it. But you might be spiritual bypassing. You might be passing something amazing, a beautiful gift where you could say things like, what did I learn? Where, yeah, this person messed up. What were they feeling and needing? And what did I learn? And it turns out this dance is better done not alone. And I'm never alone. Even if I think I might be alone, I'm never alone, and therefore I can't be lonely. I can't feel shame or like I don't belong, misunderstood and don't make sense, 'cause I am being witnessed by something more loving and powerful than I could ever imagine. And how can I be more godlike in my way of being and my thoughts? And how can I be so loving and sweet? 'Cause that is me. Wanna have more rhythm and dance. I want life to be like a Disney movie, and that's the truth. I want to only speak the truth, and I want you to feel me, and for my body to tell you exactly what I feel, and let it be spiritual joy, because it can be extinguished. Oh no. It's like a fire that burns from a place so deep in my heart and can't be extinguished. I know you're gonna try to rain down on me and drown me, and I will blast off. Go, superhero! Go, go, go! Shine bright, make wishes, the best is yet to come. Wake up and be awesome. Enjoy the journey, let it be, laugh out loud. Enjoy every moment, dream big, be happy, and live your purpose. That was called a freestyle. It's called a Disney musical freestyle. It's what I do, yo. What do you do? I want to know. My girl Deanna, she's the queen of dance. Deanna Leggett, shut up. She's been teaching me more moves so I can move my body with rhythm. I be dancing like goddess Deanna Leggett. Check her out, yo, I'm only following 2 TikToks on my, whatever you want to call this, TikTok-a-localis. Do you got the TikTok, you localis? And that means if you see me, I see you. I'll be transcending, leaving my body to visit you and witness you if you want me to. Because love and power seem to be interconnected, and the more the government wants to control and use force and power over us, the more the government sees that there's a cap to their power, because the laws of the universe won't let you rise above a certain dimension if you're not made out of pure love. If you are not made out of pure love, that means, have you ever been in a dream and tried to fight? And I know you have. Have you ever gotten to the point where you went to strike, or when you were falling and falling, that at the point of you striking, that whether it was you striking something else or your whole body striking something, that there is no actual impact ever happening, because maybe perhaps in these higher dimensions we are blasting off into love, and love is affectionate. Have you made love? And yeah, it's definitely happening. If you are in a dream world, anything can happen, but oh no, not violence. And why not? Why can't we get hurt in our dream, in our dream, in our dream? And why can't we hurt someone else in our dream, in our dream? Maybe because it's a high vibration and we can't really cause any damage. When we ascend out of the third dimension, we are love, whether we want to be or not. We could try to fight it. We could pretend to throw punches. It's just a little lovey-dovey after all. And if I squeeze you, love will come out. Look at you, you're so dooba-dooba-doo. And if I hug you, I know you might clench at first, but then you'll relax into my love. You'll be a melting into a whole new world. You'll be blasting off, you angel baby face. Now 1, 2, 3, sparkle, glittering, not for sale anymore. The only reason you would ever say, what is it all worth anyway, is 'cause you don't know what your meaning and purpose is. And if you knew you were a legacy of love, you would be doing your meaning and purpose, and you would be blasting off, you lovable being. You are so lovable. Boop, boop. Oh, I can't believe it. I think you just got more lovable. Oh, you get over here right now. You're so lovable. Look at you. A doop-a-doo. Can you believe it? You're a superhero. Boop, boop. That's called a freestyle. And it's something that I do when I feel very loving. And my love flows out of me. My heart's like an explosion. It's a bomb. I've been arrested for a bomb threat. I need you to understand what's going on. It's a love bomb. And my love really is so powerful. Go and call the feds. Go and call the feds and the National Guard. No wonder you're putting bars on my love. But you'll never close my love out. No. Superhero landing. And getting back up is what it's all about. You could lock me up. You could put the metal bracelets on me. You could chain me up. And I'll break those chains off. I know all about breaking chains. I know all about a world that hurts and learning how to be enraged and violent and giving myself that space. I know about moving through the stages of panic when I decide that I don't want to rage anymore. I realize that this is toxic, it's gonna hurt my body. I don't want to hurt anymore. So then I moved into panic. I was panicking, yo. I was panicking. I felt like I was dying. Like I wasn't going to have my life anymore. And I did die. And I was dying. And guess what? I was reborn. And I didn't panic anymore. And I didn't rage anymore. And I didn't want to be violent anymore. And that's when I started to learn. It's when I started to get creative and conscious, because I started to mourn after my rage and my anger and my violence and panic. There was mourning. I cried buckets of tears. I cried and I cried and I cried and I mourned and I processed and asked things like, what am I learning? And how can I be more loving and care about everybody's needs and consider my impact on others? How can I be even more life enriching and do it even better? I don't want to repeat the patterns. I want to use applied behavioral analysis. That's a tongue twister. I want to get used to saying it, and I want to have target behaviors that I work on. I don't want to hit, I don't want to scream in the face of those I love, because that's not who I am, and it hurts me. I want to be my truth, which is godlike and loving. So I do the work. I do the reprogramming. And guess what? There is a space of not knowing. That's right. After mourning, then I don't know. I'm like, whoa! What's up with that gal? And then all of a sudden my neck wants to pop out. So I interlace my fingers. I pop out my neck, and my intention is only to pop out my neck, but I pop out half of the top of my spine. And then I'm like, I may as well pop out the rest of my back. So I did. And I move through, and I don't just accept a body that hurts. I don't accept a biofield that hurts. I don't accept relationships that hurt. What I do instead is I look within, and I do the work. And I get creative and conscious. And that involves a miracle. That involves bravery. That involves me transcending into a new reality. After I sit into the space of do not know, it goes from anger and rage. That's from the constant separation, feeling like we don't make sense. And when you feel like you don't make sense and no one is listening, then you start to get the efforts. And that's when we're angry, and we get violent when we've been hurt and when we've been humiliated or violated or hurt. If someone's been violent to us, we'll have those chains to break also. So the first stage is rage, and enjoy it. Be like, I'm angry and I feel so alive, and lick your lips. And then create a new personality. I call her Diamond. A daisy is a beautiful, delicate flower, and she's more godlike, like source energy, because you step on her and she will just like smush under your shoe. But guess what? Her fragrance you carry with you. And she is gentle. You put her in a gun and everyone looks at the daisy and notices the beauty of her instead of this thing killing machine, which all of a sudden could fire but would never. It becomes so love engulfed that it's actually unable to fire now. Although that's just a trigger, it can't do it. And that's what's so incredible about a daisy. A diamond is like, you don't gotta be like that. I don't gotta be a diamond. Diamond takes a lot of pressure, gets really condensed, and then it's all of a sudden like, so all ultimate powerful. You really gotta be so powerful, huh? You really gotta be so diamondy, yo. okay, but be careful because you may scratch. Be careful because you're gonna be so valuable that you're just this little tiny trinket, you could get lost easier. I wanna be like a daisy. A daisy needs biodiversity and oxygen and all different things. A daisy doesn't just get created and get this hardness. However, I do have a diamond. And I also call her my dragon. And let me tell you about her. My rage, my violence. Do you see her teeth? She has fangs. Oh yes. I know that this is very intimidating for you. And that you may be filled with fear because of the rage and violence that you could see in my face. This is my dragon. Oh yes. And I will take my dragon. I will say, dragon, you are not integrated with me and you don't understand me. I haven't learned to ride you. You're just another being. I don't know. All I know about you is you jump out, you scare everyone, you blow fire. Dragon, you keep burning down the places I like to go to. I like going to those yoga studios. Now I can't go because you just like burned fire everywhere and everyone like thinks I'm so violent because I'm friends with this dragon. And not only that, dragon, like you burn the bridges and these bridges go to people I love. So the bridges get all burned. It's like I just looked through the wreckage. I'm like, dang, dragon. So I try to put you in a cage. And I think that you're not going to get out. I put bars on there and I'm like, oh, dragon, you did this to yourself. Look at all this wreckage you created. How dare you? I'm going to blame you. And I will use shame. Yes, if I shame you, that's it. I'll tell you what's wrong with you. Then, when I make you hate yourself, perhaps in not giving yourself love and care and compassion and empathy, maybe if I do the opposite of giving you empathy, then you will hate yourself enough to want to change, dear dragon. So get behind those bars and never come out. And I've cemented the walls even thicker because of what you did last time. Can't believe you keep breaking out of here after all these bars I put up. I always make sure you'll never come out again. I always swear, like, oh, I'll make sure that never comes out. That part of me is not okay. I've been told by others ever since I was a baby. I was not even that capable of that much, but I would be like, rah, like raging, this cute little, ah, achoo, I am so angry. Ah, 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 ah. Could you imagine a cute baby raging? Ah, 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 ah. It's like a little cute little raptor. Ah, 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 ah. And then you want to tell this cute little baby not to be angry. I used to tell that to my kids. I don't like that I did that. I said that you're not allowed to have a tantrum. My daughter never had tantrums though, because everyone was always coddling her. Between my mom and the live-in nanny and the boys and me, my daughter was constantly being coddled. Everyone was always like, wait, where is she? Rose! Baby Emily Rose? Where is she? Could someone get the baby? Oh, there she is. Baby Emily Rose. Oh, wait a second. I can't stop! Ah! It's just a picture! I can't stop kissing her. Ah! You guys, usually I fall apart and cry when I think about my kids, but I couldn't stop kissing. My lips... I told them that they could do whatever they want, but I didn't mean that. Lips, you can just do it when I'm trying to talk to everyone. I know you want to have a kiss-a-thon. I love her too. I know, lips. I love you too, lips. I love you too. Oh, you're so big you get lipstick on. You're such big, beautiful lips, baby. Like a baby. Remember when your brother used to call you fat-lipped freak? remember that. I know you do. Do you guys want to see Bib Daisy? Do you know that there was once a time when Daisy was a baby? Daisy was born a baby, and she had really, really long black hair, but it would also absorb the power of the sun. And baby Daisy's nickname, so baby Daisy was actually named Charlene Fodor. That was her legal birth name. And baby Daisy's nickname as a baby was Spike. So people used to look at me as a baby and they'd laugh, and my mother said they would say, "Look, she looks like Spike." Oh, it's just like, that's what they would say about me. So I think that's kind of cute. And when I was a baby, I had a big sister. She was 1.5 years older than me. And my mom told me that I was walking at 10 months. And I used to think she was lying, that no baby walks at 10 months. And guess who started to walk at 10 months? My son, Chris. Which is really cute. Have you ever seen a little tiny human that walks? Do you know how tiny a 10-month-old Bibbit is? And not only did my son walk at 10 months old, he would walk with his arms up. So it was like, oh, so cute. It was a cute illusion. My son Chris is just like me. My son Chris is very high level intelligent. He's an empath. Our personalities are a lot alike. I have a lot of amends to make with my son. And do you guys want to see pictures of younger Daisy? It says younger Daisy. Daisy, the Venice healer. This was 2014. That's my friend Alicia Olsen. She was my best friend. We were always together. That's my friend Brianna. And look at Daisy. Daisy had platinum blonde hair. And that's me and my best friend. We had matching pedicures. There's my son Dylan. These are really old pictures, you guys. Daisy, Daisy. Anyway, let's look. More pictures. Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. And these are just pictures of me. That's not supposed to be my kids, but Daisy, Daisy. I used to take a lot of pictures like this. You guys won't see me taking pictures like this anymore, though. Actually, I look pretty there, huh? Yeah, Daisy the Venice healer. There's my little ones. There's Dylan. And let's see, Daisy. Okay, you guys want to see when I was really young? These are pretty fun. Halloween. There's Daisy. That's my sister. So there's Daisy, the Venice healer, and that's Daisy's sister. We're just 1 year apart. Here's me and my sister again. All right, let's see, younger Daisy. Okay, this was Daisy. That was me. I was about 22. That's Daisy before I got highlights in my hair. This is Daisy before I ever did any permanent makeup tattoo. This is Daisy before I ever had any lip fillers. Not wearing that much makeup. This is Daisy au naturel. What do you guys think? I'll take a picture. Anyways, that's baby Daisy. There's baby Daisy. Aw, she's like a little kid. Oh, you're so cute. It's like a little child. That's what I looked like when I was a little girl. Alright? That was me. Now you know. And you guys want to see Dylan's dad before I had a baby with him? Look how much we love each other. And there's baby Daisy. I was about 25 in that picture. It's a couple years after the other one. What do you guys think? So I pretty much looked like this, you guys, is my best friends. But yeah, that's Daisy. Here's Daisy right there. Little girl Daisy. I'm trying to get it closer up on there. We'll do that later. Okay. And there's baby Daisy. Okay, so that's what I used to look like. I pretty much look like a woman version of that child. She was a child, and she was full of life, just like me. And there was so much potential, just like now. And she was so lost for so long. And if you guys want to look at my pictures, those are like the only early pictures I have. I was not really a Facebooker in my year. I don't think they had Facebook when I was 22. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't get it till later. Do you guys floss your teeth? There's a way to floss your teeth that's so loving. Think of it like shining each tooth. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Flossing them with the floss. You can also take a napkin and same thing, polish. If you don't have a toothbrush, it's okay. And I've already brushed and flossed today, but you see, you can polish your teeth, pop out your back, be so loving to yourself. Because if you are loving to yourself, you will upgrade. Think about how lovable you are. When you walk around, I don't know where you are, you know where you are. And when you walk around there, what time is it? It's 11:11. Let it be 11:11 all the time. And as you witness, I want you to think, I love you, I love you, I love you. Look at that lamp, that plant, the chair, the floor. Are you outside? Look at the tree, the dirt on the ground, the concrete. Think, I love you. Oh, a piece of trash, a poop or pee. Do the same thing. Think, I love you. If is it something you don't want, adumana, then you not think what you want. Okay, Aya? I know. It's so wonderful. So go, superhero. Aya. And I know you can do it because you're so lovable and wonderful. And I know that you are the best superhero in the world because you could do anything, yeah. And you have a meaning and purpose. You're looking at me like that? Then you're gonna get it. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I love you. You're so lovable. You're sparkling. that you could do anything. I want you to have the accompaniment that you need. You make sense. Everything you say is true. And in this developmental stage of learning and growth that you are in, be where you are, experience it fully. And love engulf yourself up, you loving, sweet superhero. You do care about the needs of others. Maybe you lean a little narcissistic, that's fine. So do I. Then you just want to consider what are the needs of others and think about it all the time, because you're really good at thinking about what you feel and need. Good job. That's a good job. Narcissistics are good at that. So leaning this way, there's nothing to fret about. You want to use that as a place of learning and growth and begin to do better. And here's how. You think about what others are feeling and needing. Think about what others need to support their thriving. They're fine without you, and they have the wisdom. You do not know their truth, so listen to them. Narcissistic person. And that's more me. I kind of go that way. And then maybe you go the other way. My little scamina. And as narcissists, love you. We could stomp all over you. And don't let that happen. It is your work. If you lean anxious, preoccupied, so there's these dismissive, avoidance, disorganized, then there's the anxious, preoccupied. It is your work, my tuba sweet, to consider what your needs are. Think about your own healing and self-care. I know you want to contribute to everyone. That's right. You are so loving and nurturing. You do a great job at taking care of everyone else. And it's time to take care of your own needs right now. Because it is your work. If you swing opposite the narcissist, you swing all the way anxious, preoccupied, then it is your work not to think about what others are feeling and needing. You do that all the time. You're really anxious and preoccupied about it. Stop worrying so much, my dupa scoop, and start loving yourself up. A do-ba-do, it's like a Mary Poppins is now your life coach, and she's in your head saying, go, go, go. Don't worry, the room will clean itself. Yeah. You're doing perfect. I have your back. That's right, Mary Poppins, she always has your back. She will make it so all of the objects around you will move and clean themselves. She will sing, ha, 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 ha. They will all jump in the drawers and organize themselves. You won't have to do it. Just affirm, organized. And all of a sudden, like a machine, you'll be like, it will be like the objects are all moving themselves. Everything will be organized and it will be perfect. And I swear the objects will move, and magnetically and hypnotically, they will move around to the perfect place of organization and tranquility and peace of the mind, so that you can experience the best feng shui in the space every time you are there, feeling energized. You will restore and renew, knowing that it is you and the objects too that create this beautiful, loving space. You will attune to the objects being a vessel to move them in their place, thinking, where would you like to go, my duper sweet? Hello, Lulu, I love you. Oh, you look so beautiful here. You will open every drawer and cabinet and say, it feels wonderful. And then you will say, we did it! You did it! Let's call Tony Robbins. He keeps calling me over and over again. Should we call my younger self too? Okay, I kind of have a crush on Tony Robbins, and my younger self had like a huge crush on Tony Robbins. So I was thinking, like, if we call Tony Robbins, we could conference in my younger self. Do you guys want to do that? I do. I don't know how my younger self is going to respond, though. She's a little unpredictable. What do you guys think? Should we trust her? Should we give her a space of redemption so that she could, you know, throughout time and space, heal and become a better version of herself. I think that would be cool. Okay, let me get them both on the phone. I know that I have her old number here. Let me see where it is. Oh, okay, hold on. I think I have them on three-way. Oh, good, I'm gonna merge the calls as soon as I get them both on the phone. All right, you guys. It's ringing. Dun, 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 dun. Ring. Hello? Tony! It's Daisy the Venice Healer. What's up? Oh, hey! Hey, how's it going? Hey, I was just jumping on my trampoline. I was doing Kundalini. I was doing that new breath work that you taught me. I love it so much. Oh, cool. Well, Tony, you could bring it down a little bit. I'm actually not here to do breath work and Kundalini with you. I was here because I wanted you to meet someone. It's my younger self. Tony Robbins? Fuck yeah. What's up, Tony Robbins? I've been wanting to talk to you. Oh, hey, how's it going? You know, I've been wanting to talk to you too. Hey, Lindsay, it's important that the Linzer is not on the phone. Have you talked to the Linzer and about how I don't consent to talking to her because the Linzer, that's like you when you're drinking. And the Linzer is baby Daisy when Daisy was a young goddess. She was like a baby child. And she would get incapacitated because she would be doing her drug of choice, alcohol, cocaine, and cigarettes, which she's sober from. It's going on 7 years since August 2nd, 2018. And Daisy the Venice Healer used to be known as Lindsay. When she was under drugs and alcohol, she was the Linzer. I know. This is not the Linzer. This is Lindsay. And I really want to be sober. Like, I'm 22 years old and I'm just a little girl. I'm a child. And I just got sober. I really, really, really want to stay sober. I love being sober. And I've also found ways that I'm okay being sober, and I'm starting to look into Wayne Dyer and other forms of healing. And I also love what you talk about, Tony Robbins. I really love it. You are a star, and I love how you point at yourself and you say, I created this mother effer. It's so cool. Yeah, definitely. So, just to be clear, I want to make sure that it's not the Linzer, because now that I know it's Lindsay, we can actually do some work. But when you come in and you are incapacitated, it's not even worth it for me to work with you. I know that there's not going to be any growth, that you may not even remember what we talk about. Yeah, you're right. And that other Linzer, she hurts me, and I want to stay on this awakening path. I don't want to relapse. I really, really want to stay sober. And it's hard because in the world of market economy, I'm being told that I have to meet my needs and overachieve And I found that the easiest thing to do is to be a sugar baby. You see, my mom, she married like rich and famous and dated rich famous men like Ted Kennedy and Damien Chapa and Eugene Fodor is my dad. And I feel like I need to use men like they're walking ATMs. And I don't understand that there's subjectivities to be related to. I don't know about empathy. And I would really like to be able to connect in ways that are more relational. I want to connect in ways that actually are caring about the whole and not only caring about my needs. And it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to trust that I could date a guy who would ever love me for me, because I was abused since I was a little girl and then called a liar. I've just been like doubting my reality, and because I doubt my reality, I have unhealthy relationships, and I really want healthy relationships, but I can't do it. So the thing is, when I'm sober, I can't have sugar daddies. But I used to have a sugar daddy, and before I came to Florida, I was with this guy, Eric Weinstein, and I needed drugs and alcohol to numb out. But I don't have to have drugs and alcohol right now because I don't have a sugar daddy. And instead, I'm using my good looks in other ways. I'm going to like model dinners and doing promo modeling. And I also am doing body work, something that I've always loved to do. When I'm sober, I find that I cannot sell my body, and I need drugs and alcohol to numb out. And unfortunately, until I have a spiritual answer and I become spiritually awakened, I'm just going to continue to sell my body because I don't know any better. And that sucks. It sucks that everything's for sale in this world. I don't believe in that world in the future, but I do now. As a cute, sweet baby Daisy, aka Lindsay. And I want help, but Tony Robbins, I'm not ready for help. Baby Daisy, the Venice healer. Lindsay. If you don't mind, I'd love to be in conversation with you for a second. Is that okay? Of course, I love you so much. I can't believe I get to talk to you. Wow, you're so glorious and wise. Yes, I want to hear what you have to say, Daisy, the Venice healer. I just want to acknowledge that you're burning the fire, and I want to acknowledge that hurts, that it's disgusting, and every time you are paid to have a boyfriend, and when you recreate that experience, and let's face it, you date these older guys who pay you for like sometimes 5 years. You don't just do the whole quick turnaround. You are committed to these guys, which is a little bit weird because you don't give yourself a chance to date anyone your age. It's quite weird. And I guess if you have a soulmate, then you like, typically if I have a partner who I really like, I'll become monogamous, I notice. I'm a big flirt, but I will become monogamous. Like Big Ben and I are monogamous. Younger self, Lindsay, I think that we're wired for monogamy and you're selling out. And that you're dating these older guys because you think that the feeling of your skin crawling when you were violated is normal. And I want you to know it's not. And that you can date men who you are attracted to, and that you don't have to numb out. And I know that you don't even like to use drugs and alcohol, and that it's more of your recovery in the future. So you know, baby Daisy, the Venice healer, more of your recovery in the future is going to be going to places like Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous, Codependence Anonymous, Al-Anon, not just 12 steps for drug and alcohol addiction. I know that you think that that's what the issue is, that you expect to have a rich husband and that you think that a man is going to fix it all. But guess what? In the future, you will give all of it away. In the future, you will take everything that you own in the summer of 2020 to the beach in Venice Beach, California, and there, Daisy the Venice Healer, you will lose everything that you own. Everything that you own will be thrown away several times, and you will have let it all go. And you will have no money, no bank account. You will also have no bills. You will also have nobody buying you and paying you to sell out. You won't have your skin crawl. And I want you to know that although you will live in incredible scarcity and that you will suffer, that you will not be alone. That for the first time in your life, Daisy, baby Daisy the Venice Healer, aka Lindsay, that my child, as me, in the future, you will experience extreme scarcity and separation from those you love. However, you will not be alone. Your tribe will be gathering. They will be all around you. And although you will feel lonely and powerless, you will be brave and you will be strong. And you will never stop. You will never waver. You will be consistent. It won't be like before where when you were in addiction, you would lay around for days at a time and get nothing done. No. You not only will get things done and follow through, but you will be true in thought, word, deed, and you will be loving and healing evermore. So gradually, you will do it better and better. And there will be a time when you go back into market economy. And that hurts. You will know it's selling out. You will know that's not what it's about. There will be a time, Daisy, and it will hurt so bad, little baby, sweet Daisy, my child going by Lindsay. There will be a time that throughout your spiritual awakening, see, you will get sober when you are 36 years old in 2018. And you will never waver from the path. And you will find that those that you love will not be there, that those who used to be in your world will be gone. They will leave you. They will not support you. They will not be there for you. They will let you know that you must go without them. They will do it in a painful way. It will not feel good, but it will be loving and it will be exactly what you need. So please receive this gift as it is intended. And please go forth the way that you will. And please be strong and be brave the way that you are. Because you are the child of a superhero rising. And you can do it. And I know what Tony Robbins is going to say. He's going to yell and tell you to jump on a trampoline and do Kundalini and stuff. And I want to give him a space to talk. But it's really important to me, Daisy, that you feel the softness and love. Nurture me as future you right now, in the future, the present, and the past. Because Lindsay, you could do it. And I want to thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for doing everything you've done. I appreciate you for giving me my 3 children, our 3 children. I appreciate you for having the willingness to do the healing work you're doing right now with Chris. To know that Chris is the one who needs you right now. His birthday's on Wednesday, and you got a lot of acknowledging to do, just even if it's energetically, because you can't do it physically. And I want you to know one last thing, Lindsay, that I love you unconditionally. And the most important thing, 3 words, I love you. Love yourself up. If you think about you, I love you. This is the most important thing. Pay attention. If you are thinking about yourself, and you also, if you are thinking about someone or something else, as you move through the world, I want you to say, I love you. And that is what I want to leave you with, just that wisdom there. You're lovable and you're doing it perfect. And I love you. So love yourself and love the whole world around you. Okay, Tony, I already know your style, and I like it, so let's hear from you. Oh, Daisy, thank you. I appreciate you, and I thought you'd never stop. And I'm so glad that you went on and said what you did. I love what you say. I love your message. You're right. It is soft, and it is lovey-dovey. And my message empowers and inspires in a different way. And I love that our energies can come together like they are. And I love that we get to create together. Oh, tell me more. I want to talk to both of you at the same time. Child Lindsay, full-grown goddess Daisy, both of you are gorgeous inside and out. And I'm going to address both of you as goddesses. Goddesses, I want you to know that you guys are incredible. And if you have your goals and if you have your values fully integrated with what you are going to do, and if you continue to carry the message and spread the love and be of service the way that you do, then I know that you guys are going to do amazing. And I will be there too. I will be there supporting you. And thank you so much, Daisy, the Venice healer, the full-grown one, for all of the Kundalini and breathwork and stuff that we do together. I really enjoy our time. And for younger Daisy, the Venice healer, for Lindsay, the child version, you know, I had a really rough beginning too. And it wasn't until much later in my life that I started to figure out what I wanted my path to be. But it was the turbulence that made me strong. It was being broken down where I found out where the weak points were so that I could be stronger in those areas and build myself up. And I want you guys to remember, both of you goddesses, that you can continue to speak to each other the way that you are now, communicating throughout time and space, supporting, elevating, and loving each other up. And don't just invite, you know, the young adult, big kid Daisy, the Venice healer, but get in touch with that baby Daisy, the Venice healer too. And there's the elder version of you as well. And let's all become a fully integrated, dimensional interbeing that is also integrated in a symbiotic, resonant field of coexisting, co-regulating, and flowing together throughout life. And we're here to figure out, my specialty is neuro-linguistic programming. You guys know that, Daisy. I know you love hypnosis, so it's sort of the same thing. And neuro-linguistic programming is all about how can I do it better? What did I learn? What is the program that is going to help me to be able to meet my needs? And I want to look at the context and the content. And the context is like, what is the situation? And then what meaning am I working about it? That's the context and the content. So you guys are doing great. And I want you to continue supporting each other this way. I have to run now. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day, and let's talk again soon. I know that your time is valuable, and I really appreciate you tuning in, Tony Robbins. So take care. And Lindsay, I know that you have to go also. Keep up the good work, and I want to give you the biggest hug. It may be a rough ride ahead, but don't worry. You will have a high bottom. And it is paradoxical in that your choices do matter, but you do not have to worry, because I will be there watching over and taking care of you. And so will your angels who have been with you throughout time and space. And your soul tribe is gathering now. Those are your angels too. I love you and goodbye. Do you guys know about channeling? Channeling is when you bring in the vibration of others and you talk to them. And it's very healing. You can talk to your other ages of yourself. If you have a witnessing presence, so God is always a witnessing presence, but that's not enough. You guys are a witnessing presence. Doing this work with you is very healing. Talking to my second-born child, who I'm really focusing on right now, is very healing for me. Talking to my past self is very healing for me. My child version. 22 years old is just a young child. Many men have not even they don't even have their beards grown in yet, or all of their muscles and such. And I know that I had it rough. A lot of us had it rough. Money doesn't mean anything. What I had to do for money, what we have to do for money, think about it, like our sleep, being able to have good sleep. Because of money, we don't get to have really nutritious, delicious food. Because of money, we don't get to learn what we want. Because of money, we don't get to go where we want. And this new world that is emerging, it will be about abundance. It won't be about money at all. In fact, market economy will be a friend, not a ravaged beast. We won't allow market economy to be responsible for universal needs. So market economy will be a friend and not a beast, because market economy will be for games and treasures and icons and stars and performers. That's why you guys notice how I will not touch money at all. However, I will receive gifts. So if someone is like, here, I want to give this to you, I will say, yes, I will receive it. Like, Jack got me a pole to do pole dancing and a crash pad to crash on and wood flooring. And I left he helps me a lot. He helps me a lot. I like to know that people can give and I can receive, and then I can give and you can receive, and there's no money involved. I like that there's no advertisements. If there is advertisements, I will say, no, I don't want that. If anyone ever makes you listen to an advertisement to listen to me, I will say, no, don't do that. Don't do it. Please record my content, download it, repost it, make it your own. Monetize it if you want. I don't want to. I just want my content to get out there. I don't want to be like, no, I don't want to share. There's my copyright. No. Go share. Go share. Let's all share. Let's all share. And then market economy will be for games and treasures and trinkets and stars and performers and icons. And that's why you guys love me so much and you want to give me presents. So I would have all the stuff I want. But guess what? I'm a minimalist. I will never touch money. I will live on government assistance, because to me, that is the community coming together to give me what I need to meet my needs. And if I don't have enough, I will take what I need. I don't call it stealing. I will go to places where they know. I say this all the time. So they know at Venice Beach, CVS, and Whole Foods, I will not take less or more than what I need. So you may see me at the hot bar getting food. I will get the food I want and need, not more, not less. It will be nutritious for my body, because you want me to thrive, and I don't touch money. CVS, same thing. If I need something, or Sephora, okay? Sephora, I'm gonna take a tester if I need it, okay? I just gonna take the bare minimum. I don't need that much. I don't want to take too much out of the flow, because then I impact the abundance for the world. I want to take just enough and not less. Because if I take less, then I give a false message to the world saying I don't need that much when I do. I do want that. I do want that and I do desire it, so I need it. Get over here right now. I want that. Okay, you can have it. I want that. I know you could have it. I want my needs. I want a beautiful shelter. Of course you could have that. I want to sleep only in silk because I want my skin to be silky smooth and I don't ever want to have a fuzz in my hair. I don't want fuzzes. It makes it harder to brush my hair out. And it's the most beautiful, amazing Disney princess hair that glows in the dark when I sing and dance and in the dark. And I love my hair and I don't ever want anything but silk. Of course you can have that. I want you to have that. You're the most lovable skumana. I love you. Are you a doobadoo? Yes, I am. Are you a bleep lala? Yes, I am. Say bleep lala. Bleep lala. Say do manana. Do manana. Okay, you can have everything. But what if I didn't say it? Then you could still have everything. I think you just got more lovable. I know. I'm very, very, very lovable. And you're very, very lovable too. I would only hang out with you if you were a super duper hero. Let me do a super duper check. Boop, boop. Whoa! You're too lovable. I have to tickle torture you. Do you want to air tickle torture? Or a regular tickle torture? Or do you want to scamanagara? You want to scamanagara? Alright, here I go. I got you. Do you want to know what I love about you is we could just play. I love that I could put on my TikTokulosis. I could come here and I could boop you on the nose and I could say, am I lovable? Of course you're lovable. And because sometimes I don't know. And I love that. Also, I think you just got more beautiful. You might have to have a love security. We will make a float and put you on the float. And then we will have a love parade. It will be for you. We will throw flower petals at you. They will be flower petals that have fallen from the trees of all of the beautiful flowering trees. We will never pick a flower or cut. It's not loving. We will ask for permission. And we will throw those flowers at you and get you. It'll be a flower flaw. A flower flaw is when you throw flowers with love and you go, say flower and love at the same time. Flavla. Flavla. And we'll have a love parade with a flower flaw. And then we'll have a hair flip a flounce of love. And your hair will be really fluffy because we'll come and give you a head scratch. Oh, you're so cute. Whoa, I didn't know you got really cool sideburns too. That's badass. That's what's up. Oh, you love head scratches, don't you? Come here. I hereby blessify your hand. It's the most love-engulfing hand ever, with the intention to love and heal. Do you ever think about how lovable you are, and all of a sudden, love blastifies from every pore? Have you ever looked at the world and over-floodified with empathy, engulfing, loving awareness? And your eyes became so filled with bewildered bliss that you're like, I love being alive! This is amazing. This is so cool. I know. You just got more lovable. I could tell because your jaw is relaxed. It's not clenched. Your tongue is at the bottom of your mouth. There's a beautiful capsule. It's called a tongue cradle. Take your tongue from the top of your mouth. You could curl it. Here, feel how your belly automatically goes in. Whoa, lungs clear out. Curl your tongue at the top of the mouth. Do a stretchify with your legs. Tongue curls. And now, put your tongue down in the tongue cradle. Your cheekbones will rise. Your eyes will grandiosify. They will be more magnificent and expressive. They will be wide because your pupils will be sparklified. And the sparklification widens your pupils. Your lungs clear. All pathways, whether it be in your veins, your arteries, your airways, or any other pathway in your body, it all becomes clear. And every kind of debris, dead cells, stagnant energies, plaque atar, or blackness, it's gone. A quantum leap, a flush in the system, and the blood and oxygen moves everything through. I love you. Forehead, nose, cheek, chin, neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists. I love you. Hips, knees, ankles, feet. I love you. You're so adorable. You have all of the wisdom inside. Do you want a head scratch? I know. How about a beautiful loving scratch? You're so lovable. Every touch I do for you is so loving and healing. I want you to know you're the most love-ified, love-engulfed angel. You may not think you are being loved up. You may not think you are being treated well. That is because you are attracting even more loving and healing relationships, my doobadoo. Oh, of course you want to be treated better. I know, you're too lovable for anything else. Why would you put up with it? Oh, because you have a lot of love to give. I know. But because you're a scuba-doo, you're really smart and wise too. And a scuba-doo is loving and wise together. That's what a scuba-doo means. A doodle-doodle-dee is someone who uses playful bliss and attunes to universal needs. So we want to lovify ourselves. Go like this. Lovify. And now, sparkle. Okay, good. Do you know about a love-a-thon? Okay. Your hands are healers and your fingertips are super duper healers. Now, this is a superhero move. Do a love-a-thon. Do a love-a-thon. That's right. You doodle a scuba doodle with your fingers. You see how this side of my lip goes up a little? That's like a that's, see when it does that. Just. Everyone do this face. Oh yeah. Do that. Okay. That is called Olala. Olala is when Anka, cause I so love for Anka, and we do care, and we are lovable, but the reason why just one side goes up is because like, okay. So that means you lean a little bit narcissistic, okay? And then if you lean taking care of people's needs too much, anxious, preoccupied, then it'll go up on this side. And notice how this side, it's more like, am I making you happy? Am I meeting your needs right now? Maybe, you see how it's even hard, like this one still wants to go up. It's like, no, we're doing everything amazing. We are incredible. We're so loving. And then over here, it's like, we always consider everyone's needs. And then over here, it's like, we always consider everyone's needs. You notice how this side, it's like it doesn't want to go up. It's because it's hard for me to consider other people's needs. So I want to be in balance. I want both my lips to be the same. You do a little massage. You're loving, you consider everyone's needs. You're loving, you consider everyone's needs. You're loving, you consider everyone's needs. You're the most loving and sweet Jupiter. You're such a loving, sweet scuba DP. I know. You just want to be loving. Because you care. And you do care about others' needs. And you're really good at taking care of your needs, aren't you? Yes, you're so cute. You just love yourself well, don't you? I know. So, sometimes it's a little hard to consider others' needs, but we love doing it so much, so that's what we're going to do, right? That's what we like? That's right. Good. Okay. So that's what we do. We're going to consider everyone's needs. Okay, do they look even? I think I did it. Okay, you guys, check your lips. And now, you'll know if you have anger in your eyebrows if your eyebrows do this. Oh yes, I do have anger. Actually, I don't have any anger. Because see how there's still a twinkle in my eye? If you still have a twinkle in your eye, you don't have anger. So, okay, let's see if there's violence. No, there's a big twinkle in my eye. I don't have violence. Okay, if there's no twinkle in your eye, you still have anger and violence. Okay, that's how you know. And you're lovable no matter what stage of developmental learning and growth that you are in. Okay, good. I'm going to look at the chat. I do not look at the chat, except when I say, I'm gonna look at the chat. And I'm going to be looking for something in particular. If you want me to respond to you, I will tell you what to do. You will write in all caps, if you want to respond to me, then you will give me a specific struggle that you want me to help you with so that others can benefit from our interaction. I'm not going to respond to comments, evaluations, what you think. I'm not going to acknowledge advice. I will acknowledge if you want to learn and grow, if you want to be supported, if you want some empathy or healing. What is your struggle? So if you want me to respond to you at this time, you are going to put the caps on and write the word struggle, and then you are going to take the caps off and write what your struggle is, and I will respond to you. If you want to put it in all caps, just put the word struggle, okay? So I'm not going to respond unless you write struggle. And if you want to be in conversation with me, then you are writing struggle. You're not like putting your struggle and then ghosting the chat. I want to be in conversation with you. Okay, so I may be asking you for some information or just whatever I think I need in order to attune to you, co-regulate, and collaborate to meet needs together, because it's you that has the wisdom for you and I'm just here to support you. Okay, so I can look at the chat now. All right, so we got Makandi, struggling how to teach people not to take things that don't belong to them. Gina, struggle mean coworkers. Angelica, the struggle is money. K-Rod, the struggle is health and wellness, and you need healing and vitality. Cancer is the result of dis-ease. When there's dis-ease, it is a lack of tranquility. That means that there is some type of disharmony. So you want to identify, is your food elevating, loving, life-enriching, healing, medicinal? Is your lifestyle all of those things? Is your mindset? Do you have a winner's schedule, winner's mindset? Do you take care of your body? Do you take care of your relationships? Are you a life-enriching presence? Do you have a legacy? Do you have goals? And do you have values? And are all of these things integrated into your way of being? If we carry a certain program, we will not carry disease. So I want to ask the person with cancer, K-Rod, who says that is their struggle, I want to ask you, out of those universal needs, what areas are you struggling with? Because this is part of a disharmony. So how is the harmony in your relationships? What about the harmony in your world, knowing that your needs will be met? A lot of us have things like bills. You know, I don't have bills anymore. So that's creating disharmony too. And I want to know, where is the disharmony, because that will create the disease in the body. That's where we want to go. We want to look at our food. We want to look at our relationships. We want to look at our lifestyle, our sleep. We want to look at what air are we breathing. We want to look at our movement. Are we going in hot therapy, cold therapy? Are we doing stretch therapy, breath therapy, where we're doing breath work and yoga? And are we doing grooming with each other? Are we having a massage practice? Do you know that you have a universal need to receive regular massage and assisted stretching? And if you don't, your body will decompose. If you want to be young and live forever, that is what we need. And we're meant to be doing it together in a tribe of co-regulating, constantly touching, affectionate, not having to question any touch, because we would never exploit, humiliate, objectify. In a world where everything is for sale, then we end up dating because of money, and we don't want that. We don't want that world. And I love that we don't have that world. I love that we have a world where we do things because we care. And we do things because it will make the world better, because it's part of our meaning and purpose, because it's our gifts and talents that we're here to share that are not for sale. I love that, you guys. We're doing so great. You guys come to my yoga studio and allow me to share my yoga. We will do aerial arts and pole dancing and all sorts of things. It will be so amazing. And we could do it all at the beach. It will be free. We love hot and cold therapy and hypnosis and grooming and body work, everything I'm talking about. All of our universal needs. We will even create a space where we can get groceries. In fact, I always go. You know, at the beach they got free groceries. I'll tell you where to go. I go. We go together. We'll have food together. We'll stretch. We'll breathe. Let me be your master and you will be my master too. Okay. Think about how lovable you are. What is your meaning and purpose? What incredible positive change are you here to bring? Could you guys please come see me in Venice? And we'll talk about how lovable we are. We will have an empathy circle where we will share what are 3 things, 3 vocabulary lists. So we each look at a vocabulary list and then we share, number 1, body sensations. And we attune to each other's bodies. Number 2, we share what is alive in our biofields. And we co-regulate with each other's emotions. And then number 3, we collaborate to meet needs as we share what we are needing. Think about it. If everyone says, this is my, oh, and then we share our meaning and purpose. So it's not just the needs that we want to meet, but the needs that we want to meet for others. So if we're all saying, I love to meet the needs of this, and this, and then others say, I need this, and this, then we jigsaw together. We jigsaw. Like that. Oh, there's the hand, it's jigsaw. And the jigsawing together is called a love-evolution. It is an ascension and a uniting to a higher way of being. It's a boop-a-loop-a-thon on a nose. Boop. And we can't believe how lovable we are. And we keep healing and integrating our trauma. And then we say, you're so lovable. I know. I am lovable. You're so lovable. It's because I am always so sweet and loving. And I really care a lot. And I love you. That's why I'm so lovable. I love you so much. Can you guys please tell my son I love him? His birthday's on Wednesday. He's going to be 15. Can you please let him know I love him so much? Just kidding. You don't know who he is. Chris is the most common name ever. I love you, Chris. You guys, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call my son. But first, I'm gonna answer more struggles. Okay, so that's my answer to Cancer. So I want to hear from. Okay, so Simply D says I struggle from bad depression. Spoil Me says struggle. And Angelica says struggle, attract money, abundance. Struggling how to teach people not to take. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Makandi says struggling how to teach people not to take things that don't belong to them. So I hope everyone can feel the vibration of that is a very plakala. And plakala is, it's like you're plucking at someone. And if you want to teach people not to take things that don't belong to them, you're basically saying, hey, don't plaka me. But now you're plakaing at them. So when someone takes something that doesn't belong to you, they're violating you. And they're using more force than you would like. They're using more control than you would like. That's what you're doing right now. Like, how do I teach people not to take things that, so when we are coming from this energy, then we're being resistant to that which is in front of us that is there to teach us. So I want you to flip it around, Makandi, my superhero friend. And instead of struggling how to teach people, I want you to struggle like, what am I here to learn? And I want you to ask yourself, what is the lesson? They are actually your teacher. So that's where you got it wrong. You're not actually the teacher to teach them. They're the teacher to teach you. Because if you come with that energy, and you come with the energy that you are here to teach me, guess what? They're going to feel that energy, and they're going to feel your energy saying, I am here to learn. You are my teacher. And then guess what they're going to say to you? I am here to learn. You are my teacher. I promise. Because you will come from a humble, beautiful, soft, truthful, spiritually awakened part of yourself. It will be your higher self. Because instead of thinking that you know and that you are the one that is here to teach, you will be but a grasshopper. Because as the creator and as God, source energy, self-actualizing as us, there is no separation between us and the light that shapes the universe. But we are also here as students. We are here to learn. We don't know everything. We are the creator. That doesn't mean that we know everything. The creator actually just came here to play, I believe. Creator came here to learn and grow. And you are creating, and you are the creator. So I want you, superhero Makandi, to know that you are God. You are the creator. You are the teacher. However, if you come with that energy, then you will not receive the energy that you want back. So the first piece, flip the energy to they are your teacher. So how to teach people not to take things that don't belong to them. Okay, the next piece, the not to take things that don't belong to them. So right now you're focusing on what you don't want. So with that piece, you're going to get more of what you don't want. So I want you to sit in the space of I don't want, and I want you to say, I don't know what I want. Okay? That's the next step. So after I don't know what I want, then you get to like celebrate, be like, oh, you're doing such a good job, I'm so proud of you, and then love yourself up, and you could even cry, be like, oh, it's so sad, I don't know. And then after that, superhero Makandi, I want you to then, after you think about what you don't want, like don't take things that don't belong to them, I want you to think about what you do want. Because you don't know, well, now you do know. So what do you know? What do you want? And I'm going to give you a couple suggestions, okay? So how to teach people not to take things that don't belong to them. So I'm going to channel you now. Superhero Makandi is your higher self. So Daisy the Venice Healer, I'm struggling. How do I become teachable? When I witness others taking from me, how do I become teachable in that moment and become resonant to their frequency so that I can learn and grow and understand what it is that is alive in them, what they are feeling and needing, and so that I can learn to better respond to this, so that in the future I will attract instead. And here's the affirmation. So what I would do is two pieces. Number one, I would when I'm approaching them, I would not approach them with the energy to teach them. I would approach them with the energy that they're your teacher. That's the first thing. And I would be curious, since they're your teacher, what are they feeling and needing? Ask them, what are your needs? What are you feeling? You could probably guess. If they're stealing from you, they're probably stealing what they need. Otherwise, they wouldn't take it. So you could guess, like, do you need money? Is that why you took this? Do you need a toothbrush? Is that why you took my electric toothbrush? Or did you take it because it's worth $250 and you need the money? Do you need, whatever it is? And guess, like, what were you feeling when you didn't come and ask me? Were you feeling scared? Were you feeling scared that I might say no? Were you worried that you might not be able to meet some of your needs? Maybe if you needed the money, you have other bills you have to pay. I'm wondering if you're afraid because if you don't pay these bills, you might not have a phone and you have a need for a phone. Or maybe there's some other need that is not going to get met, like paying rent. And the stakes are really high. You might not have shelter. Who knows what their reason for taking what they didn't need. But the second you become teachable, they will want to learn from you. Because we first, just like there's stages of like we go through anger and rage, and you can't just go from anger and rage to source energy and love. You have to go through the different stages: panic, mourning, not knowing, reframing, playing, and finally then we move to source energy and love. So we want to move through the stages, and the first stage for them is going to be like if they're stealing from you, they're going to need some empathy before they're going to be ready to listen to you about how you feel and the impact on you because they took from you. It's not like before where we believe that the perpetrator is bad and has to repent and talk about how bad they are. No, because we learn that doesn't work. We learn that when we punish, they just come out and do it again. We learn that punishment is nothing but empty time and hurt and more trauma and more violence, and we don't want that program. So we learn that doesn't work. So we don't want to come in and teach them. We don't want to tell them what not to do and tell them that they're taking, because that's an accusation. We want to come really soft, and we want to be really curious because we are the higher being. In this, I'm going to use the Tao Te Ching. There's a verse that says, "What is a bad man but a good man's job?" So I'm just going to not use your words and take out of context. Just someone might say, this person is bad or they are wrong because they are stealing or taking things that don't belong to them. And when we are coming from this energy, our hearts are not open. So just feel the vibration. Open your heart. I swear to you, you will have movement in this other person. You will inspire them. You will be super influential because you gave them empathy. You gave them a space to feel vulnerable and be honest. And if they don't feel vulnerable and if they don't trust, why would they be honest? Because they've learned in the past that everything they say is going to be used against them and that they're going to be should on. And when you should on someone, that's when you give them advice and you try to teach them and tell them what not to do. So please don't do that because it's not going to work out for you and it's not going to help them. If you really want to see a shift in this person, you need to suck it up. Don't try to punish them. I know that the juiciness of the adrenaline and cortisol feels really good, but it's toxic. It's not good for your body. It's not good for their body. So instead, I would love for you to enjoy the juiciness of the healing elixirs, oxytocin, which is a connection chemical that allows us to relate to each other and co-regulate. And also, I want you to enjoy the beautiful neurolinguistic, powerful programming, potent juicifier, dimethyltryptamine. Dimethyltryptamine is the most powerful hallucinogen known to man. It allows us to create in a future that does not yet exist. We literally feel dizzy and woozy as we move into our prefrontal cortex. And dimethyltryptamine, I promise you, will be a result of this work. And instead of adrenaline and cortisol, dimethyltryptamine and oxytocin and serotonin and endorphins will come out because this person will feel a spiritual awakening because you will be so loving and you will be teaching them because you will say to them, you are my teacher. And you will never be their teacher if you say, I'm your teacher, I promise you. And you must believe it, superhero, because it is your truth. You must believe it because it does make you wise, that they are your teacher, because then you will be able to learn and grow. I promise you. And it is no surprise that you are amazing and are wise and are a genius and are here to learn and grow and always ascend to a higher program. And you will be more influential this way because then they will feel free to say things to you because you will be a witnessing presence that will be able to positive reframe for them, do the work for them and say things like, what were you feeling and needing? And then give them empathy or ask them what they need. Do you want some processing? Do you need venting and wallowing? I will not create triangles and enemy images with you. I will only dissolve enemy images and talk about what will help. I will not talk about what is wrong. I will not create a space where negativity can thrive in a festering toxic environment. I will only have positivity, jive, and an energizing rising where we get to feel surprised at how wonderful life is and how easy it is when we're doing it together. And I want you to invite them in, Superhero Makandi, because you will invite them in to listen to your wisdom. They will be more teachable. And you will say things like, hey, listen, I love to give, but I want to give interdependently. Can we give together? And let's figure out what you want to receive from me and what I want to receive from you, and let us flow in that space. And please do not take past my capacity and willingness to give. And I promise to honor your willingness and capacity. Do you want healthy interdependent relationships? See if they want it. Because if they don't, then I want you to be a neutral observer and I want you to say, okay, it sounds like you do not want to have healthy interdependent relationships and that you prefer to take from each other. Is that true? And if you want to be codependent and take opportunistically whenever possible, I will not be a part of that. I will not be available, and I do not give my consent for that. So thank you. I love and release you, and please continue thriving your way. I'm not telling you to not do what you do. I'm just letting you know that I've tried that before, and for me it doesn't work. I prefer more loving, caring ways to interdependently relate in my partnerships with no shame or judgment to you. Just love and honor and much positivity sent to you from my heart to yours. And then love and release them. Home slice. You don't need that in your life, bro. Sickle, I think you're a king. If you're a goddess, that's what's up too. You know, we don't need that in our life. And if someone's taking from us past our willingness and capacity, just acknowledge that. Like, hey, I want you to ask me. I will check in with my willingness and capacity. I may need time to get back to you. I may not be able to answer right away. If there's a hesitation, it's probably a no. Please honor that. Don't take when I say no. And if you don't ask and take, then I consider that a violation. Please stop. And if someone, like, I had to block this person because they keep coming at me. Don't let people come at you. And then you could get back to them when you have more energy, okay? I love you. I'm going to check out a couple more struggles. Simply D has bad depression. A lot of people have depression. Simply D, bad depression and money. So I'm going to talk about, like, bad depression and money, you guys. I care about what you guys are going through. All right, so here's the thing about bad depression and money. They're sort of the same thing, okay? Bad depression and money tell you that you're not enough. Bad depression and money tell you that you gotta earn, that you're gonna be alone. No one's gonna help out. Bad depression and money say that it's every man for themselves. Bad depression and money says that you will never be lovable enough. Bad depression and money say that it doesn't matter what you need, because your needs are not going to get met. And bad depression is like, you can't get up. Money, if you're working, then it's like a mask. Like, you don't know that you're depressed, but you are. And when you're a worker, you're in hell on earth too, but you're stressed out, so you don't realize it because you got tunnel vision on. Depression, it's like having a really heavy blanket and you can't get up and you can't breathe. And you notice you're not breathing at all, or your breath is all the way up at your clavicle. So depression, it's going to be all about figuring out what brings you joy and becoming aware of what you are feeling, what your body is doing, and what are your universal needs. Your depression means that there is some type of universal need that is deeply suppressed. You have a desire that is perpetually being unmet. There is a universal need, and it's like an empty hole and a vacuum that never ends. And the hole could be in your guts, or it could be in your heart, or it could be in your head, or who knows where. And there is a struggle, and this is what is creating your depression. Lack of nervous systems to co-regulate with, feeling like you do not make sense, or others do not care, and that is why you have depression. And your body will get stiff and clenched and condensed and constricted, and you'll be low energy. You want high energy. You want to be energized and feel vivacious, and you want to eat foods that are light. You want to have a lot of cold pressed juice. And if you need to fake it a little bit, that's okay. Here's where plant medicines come in, with or without a shaman. There's a lot of crying. When you have a spiritual poopy and cry, then you may need things like medicinal mushrooms and a shaman to help you cry, because plant medicines help you move these energies. Also, medicinal marijuana being used in a way that is medicinal, just like food can be medicinal. And listen to your gut. Listen to your nervous system. What does it need? And do not use anything to numb out. Do not use any recreational drugs. Do not drink alcohol or cigarettes, anything like that. Always think, what is the most loving healing I could do for myself? Allow yourself the vision, if you are in depression, that there is a vision of spiritual joy. And the opposite of depression and its healing elixir is the rejuvenational flush and melting experience of unconditional love, and knowing that unconditional love and a connection to source energy will give us a fire that ignites inside of us, and this is called spiritual joy. Spiritual joy can never be extinguished. Unlike depression, where it is just a tiny little ember, spiritual joy is a raging fire. So if there's an ember in depression, all you have to do is fan it, and the flame will rise. So if you are experiencing depression, these are my words. You are powerful. You are brave. You have a winner's mindset, schedule, lifestyle, and healthy relationships. Your body is constantly evolving and being upgraded, and your mind and your biofield too. You are more positive, life enriching, and ever expanding. Your depression and compression is becoming an elevating experience where you mourn and release the heaviness that used to hold you down. And this heaviness that used to weigh on you and chain you breaks away. You break those chains. You stretch out your arms and legs, and depression takes you up in the sky, blasting off ever so high. Your depression dissolves into a meaning and purpose. You begin to see that you cannot be depressed anymore, that your legacy is here. There is so much work to be done, and you love it. You can't wait. And the reason you are so inspired and can't wait is because it is your meaning and purpose. It is what you are meant to do. And when you do it, you dance and you sing the whole entire time. You step to a new beat, moving toe heel, not heel toe. And you want to feel everything. So there's no numbing out, and you want to experience it together. So you gather with your tribe, and you cannot be depressed anymore, because when you are co-regulating with many nervous systems, you will not be depressed. But it makes sense, if you are but one nervous system, you will be depressed. So please know and acknowledge that you are having a healthy reaction to traumatic stimulus. And it's the same with money. If you're being told that you have to pay for your bills, you are having a healthy reaction to traumatizing stimulus by becoming depressed. It makes sense that you feel depressed. Of course you're feeling depressed. So you gotta rise above, and don't sell out. Don't be for sale. Know that you don't have bills. There's nothing that can depress you anymore. You are not alone either. Your tribe is gathering. You may feel like you are alone, but you are not. You may feel like you are powerless and hopeless, but you are not. Someone else is not gonna do it. Someone else will not save the day. It is only us superheroes. We are the ones. Us. And it's not a special one. There is not one of us to do it. It is all of us together. They will take that one out if there's a special one. So there's no special one. And that's what's great, because think about it. Like, if I was a special one, I'm here to awaken and unite us. Well, what if we were all here to awaken and unite? There would be everyone awakening and uniting. That would be really annoying and really boring, and we would get really super tired of awakening and uniting all of the time. We want to have all different things. We want to not just have awakening and uniting. We want to have the cooks cooking, and we want those who create beauty to create beauty. We want those who create sound and vibration and music to make their glory known to the world. And let this be our truth, superheroes, that we are rising to a higher frequency, a new us, a better version of ourself. I call this self our superhero, our higher self, and that we are doing it amazing. And I love and release you with that. I care about you guys, what your struggles are. Thank you for sharing. Goodbye. Think about how lovable